Lou, where'd you go?
Man, I'm standing by with a Heretics fan, guys, uniting the passion of both Spain and Latin America. Guys, I have a very important question for you. Chicos, ¿estáis listos? Seems like they're ready. So as they said, vamos, Heretics! The power of Spain, a full Spanish roster, and an organization that has been here on the Call of Duty scene for a very, very, very long time. These guys know what pressure means and they're ready to crush it. C'est le pouvoir espagnol de Team Heretics qui revient ici sur scène à Paris et ils sont prêts à aller tout chercher.
And their opponents, Vancouver Surge! Different faces wear the jersey, but we all know that this badge carries unfinished business. Vancouver reached last year's EWC Grand Final and left with a silver medal. But today here in Paris, a new Surge begin their own run and are ready to go again.
It's revenge or redemption. It's Spain versus Canada.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 at the Esports World Cup continues.
Welcome to the jungle. We've got leopard print on the main stage right now. Damn! Shift and study.
The Heretics, a team who is unbelievable when they are playing from the advantage, when they are playing from the lead. So you need these ARs to set the tone, and it's Rencor already finding a double. SMG is going to clean up house in the middle of the map, and look at those spawns. They instantly flip.
Yeah, and that's the big talking point if you're joining us here late or if you just kind of tuned out at the Miami Heretics when they had finished off the CDL season. The major point of conversation was, when are we going to get the Super and Raincore from last year? Metals has stepped up in these last couple of weeks. ReeaL has provided a different tempo for this team, but the superstars that were there last year had been empty in the back half of the season. So can they show up today?
So far, starting off great if you are the Heretics. Not spawning on the preferred side, getting 20 seconds off of the P1, and now trying to lock down these spawns for P2. Metal's playing nice and tight in that corner. Nero does not check it, so the first kill goes instantly towards their way. And now, if you're the Heretics, let's just allow these gunfights to come to you, because you're fully set up.
Got big moment here for Rancor, locking and anchoring the spawns. Floating through the middle of the map are the SMGs. Rancor with the front one. Nice snap for the second. Metals cleans up the front, and it's absolutely perfect for Heretics on the opening hold.
And I thought I was going crazy. It looked like Rencor was finding every single kill in the feed, but we got double ones, we got double fives. Be prepared for anything here, Al. But so far, you can tell Miami are still destroying here at this P2 HP. You can't even get close if you are the Surge, but 2 kills do go their way. They're going to spawn 3 players all the way across the map. This final 30 looking like Surge is going to get.
Yeah, that's almost too easy right there with Mamba and 0-5 as well. I was a bit puzzled to see Super, or ReeaL, pardon me, spawn all the way out right there. It looked like they had the perfect lockdown to the backside of warehouse, but not quite anchored enough. So Vancouver able to get in for the scrap time, and actually a vast majority of the back half of that time. And now making their move over towards rotation. You're going to get one of the players, the Heretics, spawning back behind P2.
How much pressure can you take up on the map to potentially give yourself the advantage off this rotation? But with Super finding that first kill, he's guaranteeing those back spawns for the rest of his teammates now dropping. So Heretics trying to set up this break. It looks like they're going to try to just flood the top ridge.
Not on Super's watch. Nice double for him. Looking for a third, not quite able to. ReeaL going to follow? No, not quite. Big win there from Nero. Allows Vancouver to stack up, get a break attempt on the way with 35 seconds left in the hill. Nero making the first move, gets shut down. Mamba's still looking to try to get just anything going right now on the main stage, and he will be bested by ReeaL in the back staircase, and that will likely mean that this last hit is the last possible opportunity for time.
Yeah, he's just taking tough gunfight after tough gunfight. I would love to see Surge instantly on their first attempt spread the map a little bit to try to contest those back spawns, because the 4 through bottom middle is not going to work, especially when you're allowing that one guy watching it finds the multi-kill. So a flawless 60 hold here from the Heretics. They blow the game wide open, and they have an opportunity to chain it over here to P4.
Yes, they sure do, but Mamba will eventually get into the feed. Head hold from Lunar's backside dojo. Those 2 ARs looking to lock things down as you're still waiting for Craze to make his way back over towards the hardpoint. He will find one elimination in the middle of the map and then immediately come off spawn. Nice lockdown here from Mamba. Good read on the long route from Team Heretics. One more to deal with. That's Super at range, and okay, now all of a sudden, we've got Mamba starting to heat up a touch.
Yeah, first wave already shut down. Now, if you are the Heretics, how are you going to approach on the second attempt here? It looks like they're going to say, screw going through the front. Let's try to take top mid bar control. They do find the opening kill, but it's Lunars finding a double. Mamba going to strike for the final. Okay, Mamba might have had a slow start, but he's on 4 in a row. And if Vancouver get this full 20, it's basically blow for blow tie game.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing I will say about Mamba. He knows that, okay, I'm in a bit of a rough spot right now, but as soon as we rotate and get set up, that's when we can come to life. And so far, so good. Lunars shut down over the top of the hard point. Nero able to step up for a couple, and that will be the scrap time guaranteed for Vancouver. Really nice bounce back here on Ring, and we're going to make our way back over towards P5, where Craze and Mamba have already opened up a couple of kills.
Yeah, Craze able to find a double through bottom pit, so all it's doing is continuously pushing the Heretics back, but one spawn that does come in for a player like ReeaL, you're not going to be expecting him to be over towards the warehouse, and he's going to make his life count. Finds 1 kill, eventually going to lead to the break, and ReeaL, with the blessed opportunity, makes the most of it.
Yeah, Craze now looking to try to get involved, trying to wait for a little bit of help. The nades will land. Now getting active over the top of the hard point, able to find the first. Still healthy, looking for more. Will grab it off the reload. Does he get the third? Over the top almost, but the shutdown is there nonetheless. 112, 107, 25 seconds on the hard point. Vancouver in the lead.
And this has been a fantastic sequence here from the Surge, from P4 to P5. Not allowing the Heretics to get any time off of either one of those HP. And now in the final 15 seconds, they're still trying to commit at this. Mamba was 1-8. Now he is 9-9. We were waiting for the Cowboy to start striking.
Yeehaw. Tell you what, almost for a double as Nero tried to get the rotation locked down over towards New. But an opportunity here for the Heretics to have some numbers over the top of the bar. That will help out as this long your Heretics. The answer is no. All 4 will drop. Rencor and the rest of the Heretics spawning towards Dojo for now.
And now they have another opportunity, being blessed with another natural pinch. 2 players on both sides. They're just trying to get these opening kills. Rencor's going to fly on in, only has ammo in his pistol. But at least for now, you're still contesting it for the spawns. I know if you're Vancouver, you're thinking, all right, we're clear over at the P2 side, but they are making this very scrappy. This is hard to read.
Yeah, it really is. It's just all of this last 60 seconds have been split spawns all over the place. So win your ones. Hope you've got the COD timing in your favor. Heretics doing a nice job on the backside of this first hill, getting it nearly to a tie game. ReeaL, backside staircase, able to find another. That will help out to clear the space and dictate where the spawns are going to be. One more up front and able to get the hip fire to land. Nero for a trade. Rencor over the top into trouble. Will eventually fall. So a little bit of scrap time here for Vancouver, but Heretics will have the hill at Warehouse.
And again, they have so much layers being created. It's either Meadows or Rencor. Someone pushed out a front side of P5, and you didn't check the corner the first go around, but this time you're not going to get caught slipping. You get the first kill. There's pressure towards the back. You're going to spawn 2 players from the Heretics all the way across the map. So this is the first attempt break that's going to be perfect.
Absolutely beautiful. Super able to make a little bit of an effort happen, and that actually stretches an opportunity for both Rencor and Metals to work around the back. You're still trying to deal with ReeaL from the front. He will be dealt with. Lunars now snapping over to the back. Nice for the second. More. No, not quite. But in quickly is Craze, trying to follow up on the last few couple of members, but Mamba or Nero is able to jump on into the mix, and Vancouver will hold the back 20.
Yeah, and this was Vancouver's hill in the first set as well. This P2, they've had their response, and where the Heretics were able to pull away the game was at this P3. So you have to have that same exact situation go down here, because you're going to be down by almost 20, 30 points going into this next HP, but at least for now, they got the spawns on lock.
Rotation on the way. Able to find the first 2 are the Heretics, stabilizing this setup on rotation, plus an extra in the middle of the map thanks to ReeaL. So what had been a 20-point lead for Vancouver is quickly going to fade. Although Rencor may get blindsided here. Yeah, quick route on the way back. That's going to block out the spawns, if not win them for Vancouver.
Oh yeah, they're out.
And an opportunity to try to get their way in now for 4v2 on the hard point. Super, what do you have for us? He's able to find the first. Pistol out for the second. Looking for more. Almost able to grab it, but there's just too many to deal with. But quickly on the rebuttal. Here come Team Heretics from the bottom of the map. They have numbers, but Craze has got the read. Wants to try to possibly win the spawns outright. He's got help nearby. Pushes, finds the kill. Now it's just down to cleaning up the last couple of members inside the hard point.
Now he secures the spawns for his team. You know you have the numbers advantage. You're just going to choose wisely when is the time to go for the chow. And now that you have some assistance, fantastic teamwork on display there from the Surge. A perfect break gives themselves a nice little 25 to almost 30-point lead. But you need to find another quick break again. But Craze on 4 in a row could potentially earn himself the Headstorm. That is unreal shots there on the Rencor.
Metal's also in a little bit of trouble over towards the bar window. Craze wants Bloodstorm, but he will be felled. Super now trying to zone out the front as this next pit is in pieces right here for Vancouver. Good moment for Heretics.
And this is where the Heretics start to build some space through the middle of the map. The ARs are trying to lock it down, make it difficult for these SMGs to get any space through the middle. But that one blessed spawn does come in. Are you going to be able to read this if you are super? You're just not expecting it. 2 kills go in favor of Surge. Might lead to another quick break.
But you get a win on the hard point from Rancor. Mamba trying to contest. Slight edge to Miami on the scoreboard. But here come the ARs pushing forward, finding every single kill. ReeaL is on the picture, but out of it at the moment. And it's going to be an opportunity here for Vancouver to not just get the scrap time. They've got early numbers over towards New.
Yeah, and this is what the sequence that cost the Heretics a hefty chunk of time earlier into this game. This P4, P5 chain went fantastic on the first go around here for the Surge, and now they're looking to do it again to potentially close out this map, number 1, but kills initially do not go their way. Spawns are going to be a little bit sporadic, but Heretics are in the time.
Oh, big win right there in the middle of the map. That's from Craze. That will open up an avenue of approach as Super is trying to lock things down over towards the warehouse. Stun comes through, Super is low. Trade is there. Now it's just out to try to find the kills over the top of the hard point. Rancor making life difficult in that fashion, but there's going to be a follow-up elimination on the way. 225 to 219. Vancouver still spawning close, but Metals is now locking down the hard point. He's running out of ammunition. Needs some help. It's ReeaL on the pinch. Can he find a way to clean everything up inside the hill itself? He's in some trouble, but the help is still nearby. 1v1 for the final bit of time, and Rancor's able to find the win.
Still have a chance at winning here, but no longer going to be the case as soon as Rancor falls in towards the hard point. So Vancouver is still going to decide to play through. Oh, they're finding a majority of these kills. The only one that they have yet to find is ReeaL. So this is only going to be beneficial here for the Surge because they got a lot of mid-map already for this next B1.
Absolutely. Keep your eye on whichever number 5 is on the bottom side of the map. Rancor pushing through old, but Vancouver are in the time. Here, split hit. It's all about timing. First blood comes by way of the Heretics getting into the hard point.
All
and
four.
they're gonna find all 4. Okay, this is an opportunity to put this game away. They know where the spawns are. 238, 236.
And this is where you can't really force these gunfights. Allow the play to come to you. You only need another 6 seconds to call map 1.
ReeaL trying to hold that front line. Scattered, able to find the first. Backing up. Ah, nice help on the way. Now it's just the last couple of seconds, but hold on a second. You got numbers here for Vancouver. Rancor able to find 1. Does he try to challenge the second and win the game? He's gonna wait for help. Here come Vancouver off spawn. They're able to find Metals on the cross. There's numbers here. Rancor's taking a long route, but he gets stunned, but he's still able to win the battle. Is there a trade?
We gotta go to the hill.
245 to 247. Metals on the time shutdown. It's just down to, can anyone get there in time for Vancouver off the spawn? The answer is no, and Heretics survive.
What a game, number 1 there. I don't think I've ever seen Sake have
Even
that
bothering to watch for it. He wants blood, and he gets blood.
First blood early to Surge. A lot of info. There's a lot of pressure in towards ring, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I wish they even trying to play with this. Let's get this bomb down on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah, we're planning this thing B immediately. Craze will be the pivot point, just kind of floating and looking to make life miserable for the Heretics on their retake attempt. Bomb planted. Craze will fall. Pressure established on the flank over towards driveway. And it looks like Vancouver are going to respect that with all 3 players in the post plant towards bed.
But don't have any trophies to make this a little bit easier or more dominant setup here. A double pinch coming in from the Heretics. It's all about the timing. The baiting switch is good enough. They have the numbers.
Okay, follow-up coming through. Lunar still completely unknown to where he is, but the follow-up from ReeaL is good, and that's a 3v4 post-plant retake. One of the two. Well, Heretics get away with the first round after losing the first blood. Now looking to get aggressive towards Laundry. ReeaL is already in there with 3 eliminations. Looking for number 4. He'll find that one and get out of dodge. Playing the corner, a little shoulder comes through. It looks like he's going to find that. Yeah, Vancouver have committed to trying to still contest this somehow, some way. Are we kidding? What are we talking about right now? Nero now completely stuck. Nades and smoke coming through, but at a certain point, you just rush it through. I think ReeaL actually gets credit for that last kill, too.
It's the first blood. Metal strikes for the second, and Super finds the third. Everyone providing their 25%. If you are a Surge, you probably got to slow this game down a little bit.
I mean, once ReeaL gets into Laundry, I'm just puzzled that Surge are still trying to contest the bomb plant. Like,
So
we gotta
look at how much map control they have. They said, okay, 3v4, we're going to give up B because we have an extra gun. That's going to be an easier opportunity for a retake, but Metals gets isolated, 3v3.
Super. Follow-up information that there is a little bit of a backwards retreat. ReeaL in a wide open position is able to get it 5th. Super for his trade is now on 4 in a row. And it's on to Nero for a 1v2.
Shoulders being thrown, information already gained here from the Heretics. And now Rancor and Super, that duo, gonna play side by side around the middle of the map. Only 35 seconds left to go. Nero eventually has to commit on this bomb plant.
Well, he's going to commit to it right here. It's the right call in terms of where exactly the Heretics are. And he's going to set himself up into Tiki. Rancor and Super, long-standing duo. Here comes their move. Rencor's gonna hop on for the defuse. Oh, Nero's got the read, but nice shots from Super before you can. Where has he been? There we go. Let's see. Metals aggressive through Kitchen, able to find the first ball. This is just raw aggression. The Heretics are just not giving any respect to Vancouver. Mamba stuck over towards Money Window, is able to at least give him a chance that what would have to be a 1v3.
Bomb is going to get planted. And at least got us the info that they have to be playing over towards Laundry, but he is able to spot out ReeaL. Too bad ReeaL has a power spot. Heretics are... And now Craze is going to whip out this M15 to try to slow down his gameplay.
Yeah, but you get a lot of a read there from Super, who actually pushes Craze back, and then ReeaL pops up, finds the first blood. It's just been so good. Super, a couple extra tags, still responsible for mid-map. ReeaL changing the angle, sees one outside, and he may call for a little bit of help. And yeah, Metals is now all of a sudden helping a Kitchen, and he finds a kill. This is so good.
Keep on throwing shoulders, man. You're thinking, all right, Super's half HP. I should be able to clean him up. But wait, Nero's able to find a double. Still going to be a 1v2. In order for Vancouver to get their first run on the board, he has to pick up the ace.
Oh, he's able to find the third. Now it's down to the 1v1 with Rencor. The only player he has not seen as of yet. Smoke will dissipate. Nero gonna try to hop for the plant, and that's the moment he falls.
How do you set up this retake now if you are Surge? Because you give all the map control. There's only one player here initially to try to contest it, and it's going to be Mamba striking for the first blood. But ReeaL has a weak. ReeaL is going to be able to clean him up, and now the Heretics force it to be a 2v2.
Rencor in some trouble here, though. Oh, just trying to force the gunfight. He's going to fall. So now it's just down to ReeaL. In towards Tiki, cut down. And that was a little messy from the Heretics for the first time so far, and Vancouver's on the board.
Yeah, I guess you got a couple rounds to
Kitchen,
throw.
Craze wants it. He's found a first blood here before.
He's dead.
Called it pretty perfectly there, Jay.
Yeah,
he's in trouble too.
He's just trapping himself in a corner. Just like Metals just watching that entire cross, so he's able to find another first blood, but Nero effective on the trade. 3v3, 30 seconds gone, and you gather so much info that there's still pressure in towards Kitchen. And with those shots going down at water steps, don't waste any time. Bomb planted today.
Yeah, Mamba going to be the one to be trusted to watch the back. Kind of gives it up at the wrong time here, because, yep, there's the shot through jungle. You don't know if anyone's up close and personal. He's got an M15 on this angle, able to find one over the top, not going to happen, and that will do it. Swing map, as Enigma had said. Building some momentum. Good start. 3 dead. Why not just go ahead and grab it and try to score here?
Yeah, we should just go. We should not allow this play that's working on such a long route to be impactful on this play. And if you're thinking it's the Heretics coming off the respawn, they were going to commit over towards the A point. The juke moves are good enough for Surge to get the initial score.
Okay, there we go. A little tempo setter for us as we head back over to the field now. Lunar's the first one in position on the plane. Up and over. A little distraction there from now trying to extend a route through mid. Able to find Metals for one. Lunar's over the top doing his job by clearing out the field side. This should be an easy follow-up for Craze. A little bit more difficult than you would have anticipated, but now you've got Nero as your lead blocker. Craze trying to find a way to jump on in. Semtex over towards the goal, able to find one. Pistol shot's not quite there, but the follow-up looking good for Vancouver. Can they get through the last defender? Yes, they can. Lunar's for the score.
That's just fantastic tack usage there from Craze. As both of those players, one shot is able to finish the first and continue to keep overload. But Heretics is still trying to make something out of nothing. 3 kills go down. They have all of the map control, and they're just forcing Surge to be in an uncomfortable position. It looking like score number 1 is going in.
Sure looks that way as Metals will find the trade, jump over, and get there just before that motel spawn comes into play. Good rebuttal there from Team Heretics. EMP back over towards mid-map. Good kills from Nero allow Vancouver a chance to quickly grab this and start to set up an offensive look of their own.
Yeah, just keep the EMP safe if you can. If you're the Heretics, someone buy your life, and none other than Rencor. Mr. Pre-aim, Mr. Straight Shots. 3 in a row leads to all 4 dead, and now he turns into the lead blocker. He has so much space already.
Looking good for a possible score here. Metals is going to take it himself, and that'll be an immediate second score. 30 seconds left. Now Metals, after the drop-in, wants to get involved in the kill feed. Field spawn for the EMP. ReeaL will track back to try to grab. Or will he? Super working with him. They're going to keep the forward pressure, but one of these two are going to have to go and grab it. EMPC at that range. Easier said than done. Lunar's for the trade. Nero able to find one more, but Rencor has a chance to contest this EMP position. Can't quite find the last shots on the Lunars, and it'll be Vancouver looking to extend the half.
Yeah, they're going to get the final push here if you are Vancouver, but your lead blocker instantly falls. Now it's all on Craze to try to get something done with this SMG, but he's only able to find 2. Now Nero's going to reset the play. Everyone getting those close mid spawns. They only have 20 seconds to make something happen.
Well, shakes off the effects of the stuns, tries to get Mamba forward as a lead blocker. Mamba's able to find a couple. But the EMP's on the other side over towards
score.
B. EMP's towards B, though. It's just down to can ReeaL find the win? Yes, he does. We had all that extra space, but we run the EMP. And make that 5. Turn for 6. Oh, goodness gracious. EMP now in hand as we jump in for Team Heretics check-in.
Área azul no va nada.
Arriba azul está un tiro, otra por mar que tengo. From blue, Howell from blue. Y otra mar, ataque lunar. Muy tocado, mira. Métela. Nice. La bola no se izquierda, quedamos hacia fácil, va a ir metal. Sí, medio.
Por encima.
Voy. Te tengo. La pillo yo. Sí, Artur muerto.
Bueno, voy a pegar piña.
Outer solo uno.
Yeah, beautiful moment off of the killing spree to get in, find the score, take the edge, and we're not done yet as we continue to just pick apart Surge one by one. Opportunity to possibly score here. Pistol out, follow-up kill for Super is there. Does there an angle for Nero? No way. 4-2 the count.
And they just keep on overwhelming them with these numbers. Surge are relying too much on these
Vancouver are still being held back. They at least deal with the pressure from ReeaL, but they need to score. They need to find an opportunity sooner rather than later.
They only have a minute, 50 seconds left to try to get something done, but that's going to be all for dead. Heretics are just consistently allowing the play to come to them. You no longer have to be the aggressors, and this is going to be a guaranteed counter score. Heretics up by 3.
A really nice moment from ReeaL. Caught perfectly by our ops team, too. Just to know that, okay, here they come. Get the damage, play forward, grab the EMP, score. Easy peasy, no problems, and ReeaL's not done. 4 in a row, make it 5. That's gonna be the Hellstorm. Oh! And Super will follow behind that for the 6th detonation, and ReeaL is having it his way.
Play are diminishing every single second that keeps on passing. You can't get out of Deli. You can't walk into a missile and be indestructible, but it's almost mathematically impossible.
Oh yeah, it is. At this point, it absolutely is. This is no way. Especially with that shutdown, ReeaL is, woo! Why not? Oh, man. You know, there's just something about when Team Heretics comes and play like this. They are fun to watch, man. They are fun to watch. 40 and 27. Holy cow. I'll be biased caster right now. I want to see this Heretics all weekend long. Goodness.
We might have a chance, especially with the way that they were able to perform in this series. Not only in this overload, but the most important one for me was that search and destroy. It was teamwork making the dream work, and the Heretics completely outclassed the Surge. SMGs aren't missing, and that's going to be another 3-0 to start off today.
Super congratulations, enhorabuena para esta victoria, y creo que los fans están muy contentos aquí también. Históricamente te ha ido genial en la EWC, entonces, ¿qué es sobre ese torneo que os hace dar un poco más? ¿Es el dinero? ¿Es el lugar? Enséñame, cuéntame.
Yo diría que es el torneo en general, tiene mucha aura, me atrevería a decir que es el mejor torneo que hay en la temporada, tanto por cómo nos tratan y cómo se siente el torneo, y que siempre va todo perfecto y tenemos mucha ilusión por este torneo.
Estoy contenta de oír eso. Donc, first question, what's about EWC that makes you guys step up every time, because it's one of the tournaments that you've been the most successful at? Is it the money that I ask? No, it's basically the entirety of the tournament, the way it's carried. I'd say it's one of the best tournaments of the seasons, and I'm always happy to be there, of course. Y eres un jugador de S&D buenísimo. Y he oído que los fans echan de menos tu sniper. Entonces, ¿lo vas a dar lo que quieren o dime?
A ver, a mí me encantaría usar el franco mucho más, pero obviamente la gente aprende a jugar conforme va pasando el juego y ya no me piquean tanto como hacen antes, y yo tengo que cambiar mi forma de jugar debido a eso. Así que, por mí, a mí me encantaría, porque me encanta usar el arma, pero tengo que hacer lo que requiera en el momento.
También tienes que seguir la meta, imagino también. Second question, you've been an insane, one of the best players in the S&D mode, but I heard that the fans are missing your sniper, so are you going to give the people what they want? Well, I would love to, personally. I would love to play that gun again, but I also have to follow how the game works and you know how the meta evolves and what is played and what is not, but personally I would love to. Y ahora hablemos de opponents, rivales. Si tienes que elegir uno para todo el torneo, ¿qué hay para cenar? ¿A qué equipo quieres ganar? Faze, Koi, 100 Thieves, dime.
Sinceramente, o sea, no me importa contra quién jugar, pero si tuviera que elegir a uno, diría Optic, por lo del año pasado, lo que nos pasó, tenemos una cuenta pendiente y me gustaría jugar contra Optic.
Vale, ReeaL, Optic. So if you had to pick one rival for this tournament, one team you really have your eyes on, who would it be? Well, obviously, I'm going to say Optic. I heard personally about other teams, but his pick is Optic, of course, about what happened last year, and they also have a revenge to take. Y por último, ¿quieres decir algo a tus fans aquí de América Latina, de España, que están ahí en París?
Lo que quiero decir es que muchas gracias a todos por venir a apoyarnos, significa un montón. Se escucha a cada uno de vosotros y hacerme caso que nos dais muchas fuerzas para seguir jugando este torneo. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much. Tons of thanks, guys. It means a lot for us, and that's also the reason why we're happy to be here. And it's a pleasure for me to have you. Thank you very much. Gracias por la entrevista. And don't go anywhere because we're moving on to our next game, Faze versus Movistar Koi, after a break. See you.
Thank you very much, Lou, and congratulations to Super and the Heretics. Take my Vamos all the way to a 3-0 scoreboard.